This video is brought to you by Ultrahuman. More about them at the end of the video. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Stag voiceover. My name is Neil Glasgow. In today's video, I'm going to go over kind of a killer question that is going to make you money in the long run, guaranteed. So, with that in mind, let's get into it. So if any of you lovely people have ever been blessed enough to work in sales, marketing, something of that ilk, this is going to resonate with you. And if you haven't, I'm going to give you a really good insight into how you can make some money and also get new clients. So I've talked about how to market yourself. I've talked about how to negotiate your fees. I've talked about what a reasonable charge is based on your experience level. You know, there's videos to do with that. Go and check them out. I'll put them up here. That's not what this is about. The question that I wanted to just remind you of, if nothing else, because it works so well for me, is really to do with when you're engaging with a new client. One of two things is going to happen. The new client is going to say, we've got this amazing project and detail it for you. What would you charge me for this? And you can relate to your sample rate card. You can talk about your experience level and what you would charge for it. And one of two things is going to happen there. They will either say, great, that's a budget we can work towards, or you're way above our budget, thank you very much, and may not engage with you. The other scenario is you say, or rather, they contact you and say, we've got this lovely thing, and they say, would you be able to do with this? How much will that cost? This is where the killer question comes in. I always find it better to go back to the client and say, what is your budget for this? Now, what that does is it puts the control in your hands to some extent. It puts the client on the back foot. So they might come back and say, we've got £700 for this, and you might have charged £300, £450. So you know there's a little bit of budget there, and actually you might be able to give them a discount, whatever it is you want to do. Or they'll come back and say, yeah, we've got this 5,000 word piece, and we have $50 as a budget. Then the control is with you to decide whether you want to do that. Rather than saying, oh, it's a 5,000 word piece and I charge £200 or $200, and they say, well, you know, you're 3 times outside our budget there, it's not going to work. And when you start going, oh, no, I'll do it for less, it starts to build a different dynamic with your new client. And by dynamic, what I'm trying to avoid in asking this question is creating a parent-child relationship. So a parent-child relationship, business terms-wise, is someone holds all the power, essentially. We've got this thing and we'll give you this thing if you're very good. Kind of like you would with a kid. Tidy your room, you'll get some sweets or whatever. I don't have kids. I assume that's what you do. Or you can just say, right, I'm prepared to listen to this. Tell me what you have to offer me and then I'll decide if that is worthwhile me doing. And you can go back and say, yeah, I will do this piece for whatever your budget might be, but any further engagements, here's my rate card, this is what I would usually charge. And that lets them know that, hey, you're someone good to work with, you are maybe giving them a bit of a discount, but your fees represent a much higher quality, and thus they have this impression of you, that you are of a quality that is worth paying for. Now, that question, genuinely, it doesn't sound like a lot, doesn't sound like something that's reinventing the wheel, but it is a power shift dynamic question. Instead of saying, this is my thing, you say, what are you willing to give me for that? And don't be afraid to negotiate. Is there an extra $10 in that? Is there an extra $20 in that? What can you give me as extra? Can I have a credit that goes along with this? Some of these things go out on film festivals, some things go out on commercials, whatever it is. If you can have a credit, you know, that's something you might want to negotiate with. Certainly something I've done in the past. It works and it builds a better partnership relationship rather than that parent-child relationship. But ultimately, underlying everything else, it gives you the control. Either you're involved in it or you're not. Whether you want to work with that budget or you don't. It really does change that dynamic, and it really does make you money. There are more clients that walk away from a voice talent because their budget is too high. I spoke a couple of weeks ago about a radio producer who looks after several radio stations wanting me to do spots for £10. Knowing their usage, it wasn't something that I wanted to get involved with, and actually him knowing what my rates were, again, made him not want to get involved with it because, he could go to Fiverr and hire someone for a £5. That market exists. I've talked about it. But having that in a different context than saying, what's your budget, gives you that control. And that's really it. I mean, it's a small question that makes a massive difference. It really, really does. So try to utilize that in your marketing, try to use that in your negotiations, and ultimately, as I say, take control of what you want to be charging and what projects you want to work on while building and maintaining really good relationships. I hope that helps, and if it does, all the usual things, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Apparently, it makes a difference. And if you're interested, and I say this at the end of the video just for everyone who's having a look at it, the audiobook that I was working on called Go Luck Yourself has just gone in at #1 in the marketing genre on Amazon. I'm talking about it because all the proceeds from the author are going directly to charities, and I'm really proud of the work that we've done together on it, so go check it out. It's called Go Luck Yourself, and if you're at all interested in maximising your marketing potential, Andy Nairn, who's the author, has some brilliant insights into what you can do, and the audiobook is read in a really lovely way. And that little plug is it for the video. And remember, you can absolutely be a voiceover artist. I'll see you in the next video. This is Ultra Human. Join the holistic fitness movement. You can get fit, reduce stress, run marathons, improve your mobility, and enhance your productivity with the world's best coaches and athletes. You can get fitness tips and videos from some of the world's best professional athletes. You can get yoga walkthroughs from the world's most revered yoga gurus. Full body workouts for any fitness level. Mindfulness and meditation walkthroughs to really relax your body. And at night, you can listen to myself and some other wonderful narrators as we lull you to sleep after a long day. You can get a free trial for Ultra Human with the affiliate code that's in the description. Learn from the best with Ultra Human.